Welcome back. I stole it from you. Welcome back to the Warriors Den, everybody.
How are you, Eric?
I'm good. I'm feeling. Last week I was on 0 hours of sleep when we did the show. Last night I had like 8 hours of sleep, and like a human being.
No heavy metal T-shirt today.
I do have my Thumper shirt underneath, but I thought I would be a little more presentable. Every once in a while I find something in my drawer that makes me look a little bit less of a slob, slightly, but not. I'm not going to commit too much to that. Hi, Damien.
How are you?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Guys, Damien's here.
What I have.
Yeah, speaking of shirts,
let's get
a little camera 2 action on this right here if we can.
It's a colleague that gave it to me this morning, so you need to wear that at the stream. I was like, okay, why not?
Is it a man shirt, Damien? Because it has some glitter on it.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a man colleague, but I don't know what is his interest.
But it fits you very well.
It's actually pretty sweet. That's a pretty good, that's a pretty cool. As far as Dragon Ball shirts go, it's a pretty cool one. It's not made of silk. It's not going down to your knees, not button up. We got a great show today, actually. Yeah. So let me give you a quick overview. Obviously, we'll start off with our news, and then we're going to have an exclusive interview with our subreddit moderator, Vivid Naz. Sorry, I'm yelling in the mic. I'm excited, Max. Vivid is, apart from being a good guy and Scottish, he is helping to run.
We are Scotch.
Yes. We actually send Scotch to Ubisoft Montreal. He's helping to run their tournament for the For Honor subreddit.
It starts tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll talk to him about that, get more details, and then we're gonna bring out one of our friends, Mr. Luc Duchesne, who it will help present something from our vault. So he's been kind of going through and finding some old clips, and he's got something to share there. We'll do our Q&A with Roman and Damien, as we do every week, that people have come to look forward to and rely on.
Yes.
And we've got a bunch of great community clips this week that we want to show.
We have a lot.
You guys have been doing amazing stuff, and we want to make sure everyone sees it. So that's what's on the docket today. So let's get into the news.
Absolutely.
So speaking of the news, as you know, this week, everyone is now available to
everyone.
Every player can purchase the new heroes.
Yeah.
For the week previous, it was for season pass holders.
Yeah.
So now, if you were not a season pass holder, if you haven't already, because it was on Tuesday, you can now purchase the Shinobi and/or the Centurion for 15,000 steel.
Exactly, and you can also practice them in training mode.
Without purchasing them. That's pretty cool. I was doing that yesterday on one of my accounts. It works. I wanted to make sure it works, and it does. So that's pretty cool. And just FYI, 15,000 steel, that's the same price as a mythic outfit.
Yeah.
So it's not, as far as the economy goes, it's a pretty good bargain for a whole new character. I'm saying that because our monetization man, Johan, is in the back of the room. Shout out to Johan. Wanted to give him a little bit of love.
He's the owner of the T-shirt.
Yeah, is he really?
Oh, really?
Of course he is.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. So that's available now. And so because of that, because we wanted to make the heroes available for everyone to purchase, we did not release new content this week.
Yeah, no new content this week. We want people to enjoy basically the new heroes, the content that comes with the new heroes.
Right. So, but this is the last week of that break. Starting next week, we'll resume our weekly releases of new content. So don't worry, guys. It's not going away. We just wanted to give you a little window of time. If you wanted to spend your money on the heroes, you didn't have to do it instead of something else that you wanted. So that's the reasoning behind that. So no new content this week. Coming back next week. I'm going to pass it over to Emil.
Yeah. I mean, I'll pass it over to Damien right after that. But something new happened last Friday, Damien. We had something in the orders menu of the game showing new events playlist.
Yeah, so we activated for the first time our event playlist.
Yeah. What is an event playlist?
The idea is that it's a playlist that lasts only for a few days. To highlight something different or something new, it's still not completely finished as a feature. We still have some bugs with it, etc., like the error of deploying war assets and stuff like that. But we still wanted to activate it to give the opportunity to the player to enjoy the new maps. Because we had a lot of requests on Twitter, on Reddit, like, hey, I'd like to play more the new maps, to see all the map variations,
without having to wait for them to rotate.
Yeah, how can I do that? And we're like, hey, maybe it's the opportunity for us to activate the event playlist. We did it in Dominion so that you could also do the order event at the same time. And so yeah, it's the first time we did that. It won't be the last. We have pretty cool stuff behind that feature, but nothing to reveal right now. But we will do upcoming events with that.
Cool.
Because there was a lot of discussion around it. Some people said we can expect something big coming out of the events playlist.
You can expect something bigger.
All right.
Whoa, wow.
That's
You should have said that directly.
directly there. Yeah.
But one question that was tied to that was the question of the war assets.
Yeah, so we have some bugs. For the moment, the purpose of that playlist is to not have war assets as rewards. One of the reasons why it's like that is that because we can do something a bit more crazier on that playlist, and so we need to control the incomes of war assets, basically. And so if we do very crazy mods, you would gain a lot of war assets on that event, and then it would unbalance the whole faction war and all. I'm not saying we will never give war assets on that playlist, but for the moment it's not like that. It might change in the future, but for the moment it was purely to control the war assets rewards.
Cool.
And a few other things happened last Friday, Damien. We did a PC hotfix.
Yeah.
And also we did the live update on console as well. So
yeah. So two very different things. We had some bugs very specific to PC when we launched Season 2. Sound bug, for example, that only some users had. And they helped us fix it, basically, because we couldn't reproduce it internally. So we did the fix, we sent them the build, they said, yeah, it's working at home. It's like, okay, so it works. And then we published it in the hotfix. So that's one thing. And one of the other things we discovered, thanks to the community, is that the live update, so it's a part of the patch that was meant to be at the beginning of Season 2, didn't work on console. So on console, players got only 80% of the patch, 90% of the patch, and part of it wasn't applied. And that's why they didn't got the single revive in elimination. That's why we had some weird things on the two new heroes.
There's some balance differences.
Some balance differences between PC and console. This is only because that patch didn't apply. And so thanks to the community feedback, we have found that, and then we just reapplied it, and it worked. So that now all platforms are on par regarding the fixes.
Cool. Very cool, very cool.
Thanks, Damien.
One other thing that's happening, this is the last week for players to get the Viking Bundle. So we put out a bundle of Viking assets as sort of a celebration of the Vikings winning the first season of the Faction War. So you can still get that now, but it's sort of its last week. It's going to be going away. So
yeah, we will remove it beginning of next week.
Great.
I don't have the exact time and date, but it will be beginning of next week.
If only Johan were here.
Yeah. If only he could.
He could just shout it from the back if you know, Johan. Okay, and in addition to that, I actually see people asking, in fact, Ghost Dog 24. Ghost Dog, that's a good movie.
Good movie.
Yeah, Jim Jarmusch. When is the next patch? What about the next patch? So our next title update is coming very soon. In fact, the team is kind of putting the final bells and whistles on it right now. They're wrapping it up. As we mentioned on previous shows, we always want to make sure before we do these that we do full QA passes on them. So they are doing that right now. They're just making sure everything's smooth sailing, but that is coming very soon. And we can talk about a few things that are going to be contained in that, such as
the penalty quit.
Okay.
So that's a big one.
This is the rage quit, as the community
we're speaking about it since a long time now.
Yes.
It should be in that one. We're doing the last QC pass, and hopefully it will be in. We will have also our first colorblind options.
So sort of a first step. Someone else actually was asking. Collingham was asking about that. Yeah, this is sort of a you're describing as like laying the groundwork a bit for a future for a bigger suite of improvements for colorblind people.
So basically, it's a huge work. And we prefer to ship things that were ready the soonest possible.
Right.
So we'll have the exact details of all of that next week.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's our first step, and also on allowing blind people to enjoy the game like everyone else.
Right. Cool. We hear you. We hear you. And also, and this has been For me on Reddit, this has been my life for the last few weeks, is everyone yelling, rightfully so. This has been a bug that has taken a long time for us to address, but we have addressed the PVAI issue.
Yeah, it's also coming in the patch. It should also fix the one that we had before on PC. On PC, when you were doing duels, you didn't get any rewards.
Right.
So it should also fix that at the same time.
Excellent.
So it will fix the PVAI even when you play any type of modes, even when you play with other players. It will fix that one, and it will also fix the duel one that was specific to PC.
Right. So it's unfortunate that it took us so long to fix it, guys, but I'm glad that you hung with us. It's coming in that update, so we'll have the specifics in the patch notes when we're able to share them.
And as soon as the patch is ready, I think we'll release it on PC first, like we did for previous patches.
Right.
And then on console as soon as it's approved by
Right, we often have the
parties.
ability to do that because PC doesn't have to go through the same certification process that our console patches do. So yeah, it's likely that the PC update will be out before the console ones. Very cool.
Great.
Emil, what else is in the news?
Yeah, something else that we're doing next week, guys, is another community workshop. So it will be our third one. So we like to do them, now and then. And invite some of our great players and contributors here in Montreal at the studio to talk with Damien and other guys to discuss. And Roman for sure. Other guys from the team. But the goal is really to to test new content, of course, and test some ideas that sometimes we have, and we just want to make sure that it works, and do a lot of talking, a lot of discussions with the devs, exchange ideas, share ideas, things like that. So we'll do another one next week. So hopefully we'll tell you a little bit more about that next week. This is not a popularity contest. This is not a Disneyland contest. Basically, we try to pick some people from the different communities we have around the world. We try to bring some guys that we already know. We try to bring new guys. And yeah, it's always a great experience. And I think, Damien, you were at the last one, and for you
it was great.
It was great. So
and maybe Roman will talk a little bit more about it when he's out here. But I know he did a great interview with Baus Phoenix, who I saw was in the chat a little earlier. Hopefully he's still there. One of the cool things that I think he pointed to in that interview was, that we spend a lot of time here internally banging on these new characters as much as we can, and then we put them out, and then hundreds of thousands of people bang on them, and within a day find things that we haven't found.
Yeah,
and it's just a matter of volume. So with these workshops, because we focus a lot in the workshops on the new heroes that we're working on here at the studio, that gives us an additional layer of testing where it's it's these guys you guys in the chat, who play this game so much, and you can spot things really quickly. It's really helpful to get in early. So that's why we're doing these. This next one is, I think, to start testing Season 3 stuff.
Yeah.
So that's sort of how our timelines work. Season 3 is quite a ways away, but we are working quite hard on it. So
yeah, it's good to have people who are super good at duels, but also some other people that are great at Dominion modes or in other modes. So we try to pick different people to have the most relevant feedback possible.
Yep. Yes. And the last thing for news, and then we'll get into our interview. We've been working the last couple weeks on really improving our known issues process. You're often kind of reporting issues you find or bugs out in the wild in the game on Reddit, on the forums, on Twitter. And believe it or not, when you do that, we have people who grab them. They report them internally, they investigate them, and when they do investigate and in fact find that they are an issue, we have bug lists of things to change, and now we're publishing, trying to stay quite up to date. In fact, today we have another update, and we just updated it yesterday, we're going to update it again today. We have a known issues sub-forum. If you go to the For Honor forums, I think Fred can probably drop a link in the chat. It's a sub-forum of only the known issues, so it's not for discussion about other topics. Come in, find what the current list is. You can find out some that have been fixed, which is cool if you're maybe not up on that. So we really want you guys to start using that as a tool, because we're going to try to keep it as current as possible, so there's less questions of like, do you guys know about this? Why is nothing happening with this? Because we do actually do a lot of work, and it's just part of our process to communicate better with you all of what we're doing, what we're fixing, when we're fixing it, what we need more. And sometimes we need more information from you guys on how to reproduce it. So it's a really useful tool. So I hope you all will help us make it successful. So thank you. And I think that wraps up our news section.
In the business section.
Yes, the business is over. So we're going to roll into our interview with Vivid Naz from the Reddit For Honor subforum. Before we do, let's just check out a little clip.
Hey, Vivid Naz here, and I'm proud to announce that we are starting Season 2 off with a bang with the biggest tournament the subreddit has ever hosted to date. Last time we hosted a tournament, over 2,000 players competed for a cash prize. This time around, we mean it to be even bigger. It'll be a 2v2 brawl on the PS4, PC, and Xbox One. The dates for the tournaments are May 26th for the Xbox One, May 27th for the PC, and May 28th for the PS4. For the Friday event, it will be 10 PM CEST. For the Saturday event, it will be 7 PM CEST, and for the Sunday event, it will also be 7 PM CEST. Since it's a tournament to mark Season 2's launch, Centurion and Shinobi will be available to play in the tournament, so make sure to get as much practice on them. For the preliminaries to the quarterfinals, it will be 3 maps, best out of 5, where the semifinals and the finals are 5 maps, best out of 5, where the losing team selects the maps. There will be no revenge mode as well as no gear stats enabled, so make sure to practice around these rules. We have a great community Discord, which is linked in the description. You can use this to find people to practice against in the lead up to the tournament. Whilst you are there, be sure to check out the full rule set too, as well as the Battlefly link to sign up for the tournament for your respective consoles. And finally, I want to add, I plan to be creating a highlight reel of the best plays of the tournament, so please enable game capture and send in your clips via any format to my email, which is linked down in the description, or my Reddit username, which is on screen now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the tournament. Stay vivid.
Cool. Eric, will you take part into this tournament?
I will not, because I am utter garbage compared to our community of players. I will take part by viewing it.
Because the registrations are still open.
Oh, what a great segue. Joining us now, Vivid Naz, who you just heard in the video talking, this delightful Scottish accent. Welcome to the show, Naz.
Hello, guys. Thank you very much for having me on the
Naz or
Warriors
Vivid?
Well, you know, I preferred Naz until I joined the For Honor community. Everyone calls me Vivid, so, you know, by all means, call me Vivid.
Okay. I was told by the other moderators to not let you say "Have a vivid day" at any point during this interview.
You know what? It's become a meme, but, you know, everyone just needs to stay vivid at some point of their day.
So welcome to the show. It's awesome to have you here. And we wanted to talk a bit, hear more about this tournament that you all are running over on the sub. So what's kind of the backstory? What's the history so far with tournaments and For Honor tournaments that the subreddit has run?
Oh, so the backstory is we've already run a tournament, I remember, in the open beta, and that was still one of the biggest tournaments ever run in For Honor. So we decided to mark the Season 2 launch and the new characters being released. We decided, you know what would be a better way to announce it than with a new tournament that we're doing. So it's open to all the players, you know, everyone. There's no region lock for PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Awesome.
That's great.
And
so you have three different tournaments that we can enter based on the console, right?
Yep. So on the Friday event, we have the Xbox tournament, which is starting at 10 p.m. CEST, and sign-ups are up till 9:30, so you can sign up until half an hour before the actual tournament. The Saturday event is May 27th, is the PC event on 7 p.m. CEST, which is going to be streamed. The quarterfinals to the finals will be streamed, and we have Klaika and Asari shoutcasting those tournaments, so that'll be very exciting to watch that dynamic go down.
And what Twitch channel will they find that on?
It's the For Honor Tournaments Twitch channel. We use this to stream the previous tournament, and we'll be using that to stream this tournament as well. And we also have, on May 28th, we have the PS4 event, which will be on 7 p.m. CEST as well.
Very cool.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Is it Battlefy where they go to sign up?
Yep, so to sign up, we have, it's on the Reddit, top thread on Reddit, we stickied it, and it's the the sign up for the tournament will be at battlefy.com/for-honor, and you can see whichever console you want to sign up for there. And you can, even if you don't have a partner, by all means join our Discord channel. There's community members there who will happily join up with you to play in this tournament. Or you can just sign up as a free agent and hope someone bags you as a team member.
Great. So if anyone in the chat wants to drop those links while we're talking about them, that'd be super helpful. Very cool. I was wondering if you, having followed some of the tournaments that have happened and kind of organizing this one, do you have any predictions for your tournament?
Oh, yeah, for me, it's Stormblast all the way. Stormblast have been tearing up the competitive scene in For Honor with a list of prizes that are just endless right now. And that's a team that's organized by Asari. You got Kehu, Scorebrand, Baras, I think it is, and what's it called? The last member is Alern Akin. I think I kind of butcher their names sometimes, but that happens when it's made up names.
That's awesome. Those are, I think at least a couple of them might be coming here to the studio next week.
Yeah, maybe.
Exactly.
And
I just want to say that the format is a 2v2 brawl, and it's a single pick enabled, so you can pick any character you want for any game, and you've got single elimination brackets. It's best out of 3, one map, and you got 5 rounds as well, and the loser picks the map, and you got gear stats and feats disabled, with revenge also being disabled as well. So that's just a basic overview of the rule set that we have, but there's a rule set linked in the thread, so by all means go check out the full list of all the rules, and you'll be set.
Great. And as you said, the Shinobi and Centurion are part of that tournament as well, yeah?
Yes, very much. This tournament was hosted for the launch of Season 2, so Shinobi and Centurion will be available to play in the tournament.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually interested. We haven't currently seen a lot of use of the new characters in tournaments. Yep. It'll be interesting to see if anyone sort of makes their name with one of them.
I'm hoping Centurion all the way. I love that guy.
Are you Team Knight?
I'm very much Team Knight, yes. I signed up as Vikings, but Centurion is slowly becoming my main.
Well, so. you switch side because of the Centurion.
What you're saying is you're a traitor.
No. I've still signed up as the Vikings, but I like to dabble into Centurion.
I'm regretting doing this call now.
Yeah.
No, please don't.
So the other thing, obviously, you're not just running a tournament.
Yep.
You help to moderate our very popular, very meme-filled subreddit, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. I moderate the subreddit along with the other guys, and it's honestly a pretty cool place to be. And as we found out yesterday, it's stuff can go wild in that subreddit.
Well, that is a great transition as well. And in fact, I saw a couple questions about it in the chat. Okay, so let's address it right now. So there is.
Is there a fake news trend?
It's fake news. Fake news is infiltrating our very own community.
Yeah, it's infiltrating all media
it's the story of media right now across the world. I do believe Russia's probably behind this as well. So there has become this story within the community that for some reason they think with the patch last week we shrunk the size of the Lawbringer. And I took it seriously because that's our job, is to look into these things. So, there's a single image that people are basing this off of with a before and after picture. I looked into it. I talked to the team here. I talked to guys in QA. I talked to the actual character modelers. Did you guys shrink it? Rahman got involved. Everyone. I wasted a lot of people's time on this issue, and everyone's like, no, we didn't do the no. And so to help put this to rest, in fact, you, Vivid, created a debunking video.
Yes, I very much did.
So I think we're gonna outro your segment with that. So we're gonna roll into that. But I just want to thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for the work that you and the other moderators do on the subreddit. I think if you guys were not there, people would see way more garbage memes and shit posts, and it's
low quality memes.
Yes, you have raised the meme quality at least to middle.
Is there any shout out? Is there any shout out you would like to give, Vivid?
You know what? I just want to shout out everyone that works hard in the community Discord and on the subreddit, and also the tournament planning guys. Being a credit, they've been very much helpful in making everything happen and keeping everything running smoothly. And you know what? Thank you guys for having me on today and representing the subreddit as well. But I gotta say this, so guys, I hope you have a good day and stay vivid.
I saw it coming. I saw it coming. I was powerless to stop it. All right. Well, thanks again, Vivid, for joining us, and let's check out your law-busted video.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Vivid Naz here, and today the biggest roar in the For Honor subreddit is this. Yes, this. Has the Lawbringer been made shorter? So this has gotten the sub up in arms in the hows, what's, when, and why. But I am here in the time of fake news to debunk this story. First, I spoke to the man himself, Eric Pope, asking him, could this be true? To that he told me, but apart from this picture, is there any actual evidence of Lawbringer being rescaled? It's like fake news. I asked the team here, and there's no scaling differences on their side. So then I was thinking, maybe it could be a glitch. From that, I decided to do my own testing with Ox. So, first of all, looking at the screenshot, I tried to replicate the screenshot at first, but then I thought, you know what? It would be better if I just showed people. So this is how you've been deceived, people. See those planks of wood there? Yes, those planks of wood were used to elevate the Lawbringer in the screenshot. Look at this comparison between these two guys here. When the Lawbringer is on the planks of wood, his height is elevated to almost match Shigoki's. After this swift debunking of fake news, we decided to replicate the second photo just to have 100% proof that this was fake, and these were the results of that as well. So you can see that the Shigoki has always been taller than the Lawbringer, and no screenshots were fake. You know what this is an example of? This is an example of the Mandela effect. If you don't know what that is, go search it up. When I see this sort of screenshot, I say, was it deliberate? Or was it an accident? To be honest, who knows? But I will promise you, I shall hold a public trial of the accused to find out. But yeah, jokes aside, Eric Pope and Ubisoft have said to me that there is no difference in Lawbringer's height, and it is just a hoax propelled by those two screenshots. So, and I also found out evidence of how they managed to do that as well, with the planks of wood. So, once again guys, remember, don't fall for fake news, and stay vivid, folks. I'm sorry it's a short one, but I'll hopefully come back with some sweet ass content. Take care.
So there it is. I hope this puts it to rest.
But you know
It's
what?
crazy.
I'm not even sure.
No, me neither. Me neither. I'm still not sure.
I'm still not sure.
No, it's something I wasn't aware. I was out of the office the past 2 days, and when I walk out of here, we'll probably go check it out for myself. It's no, but you know, Eric, how I love those rumors.
It's true.
It's something like I'm passionate about, and all those
rumor mill.
Conspiracy theorists.
There's the rumor that we have a Coliseum.
Yes. I love that one. It was our test map when we test our guys fighting. It's hilarious. I really love that one. People see things that don't even exist, and we see that on like, seriously, we've done that. And we go and look for the information, but no, it's not there.
Yes, I put in some work on that, so thank you. And if you look at the thread, it's sort of sad if you look at me, because they're clearly trolling me. I'm like, is this really real? So thanks to everyone who ruined my day yesterday. But I hope that puts it to rest. We did not shrink the Lawbringer.
No, we did not shrink
That's a theory.
That's just a theory.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are joined right now by Mr. Luc Duchesne.
Hello.
I don't know if he has a name that Max is good.
What are you pointing at? There's a thing.
See, there's the thing. The thing is there.
Yeah, my name is there.
He's our brand director. We work with Luke every day. We sit right next to him.
You're that lucky.
Has a hand in pretty much everything we do, but he's usually behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And today you decided to bring me just before Roman.
Yeah.
Because this way I'm the complete opposite of Roman. I'm short, chubby, with hair.
That's true.
So then I'm gonna bring Roman, like handsome, tall guy, like, but just to bring the contrast between Roman and I. So
that's why contrasted themes. So
that's true.
Yeah. And also, usually, like the only 2 times they appeared on your stream, I was sitting behind you when we played the game, because the guys did an easy prey, and I was the easy prey too.
We need someone on the team that we can just destroy.
Exactly.
Which is also my role.
Yeah.
But what are you out here for today?
But you know what? Like the game has been out a couple of months now, and as part of the normal process, we start looking at all our folders and putting things to archives. Okay, this we don't need anymore to look at the E3 2015 trailer. And we came across a bunch of different things, and we're like, man, we've never showed that. That could be interesting, and it triggered this idea to do the vault and to go grab old footage. Today we have something that Emil and I will talk about in a minute, but like very old stuff from 4 years ago, 3 years ago, some old videos, so people can see the process behind building a game. And it's also because we spent time creating those things for development purposes. It's like, why not showing it and sharing it with our community? So we thought it would be a neat idea.
Yeah, especially like the video we're going to show today. Like, you have to take the opportunity when it's happening to shoot a thing, because you can't 2 years later say, oh, let's now go interview that guy.
Yeah.
So we have, like you said, we have a lot of these things that we've done, which we want to show you over the coming weeks, because we're finding a lot of them now.
Oh yeah, but some things, it's like some old, very, very old gameplay videos that you won't even believe that exist, but it does. So we're going to share that with you in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
And today, what we have today is an interview we've done. Like Emil's on, when was that? Like 2 years ago?
I don't remember exactly when, but yeah, I think it was 2 years ago. We did this interview with Alexander Bennett, who is he's one of the he's a Japanese weapon expert.
And not Japanese.
He's not Japanese, but
he's not Japanese.
He's an expert in
Japanese.
Japanese.
He's from New Zealand, but he's also a teacher in Japan.
Roman used the word legendary to describe him.
He's kind of legendary.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
He's not even a raider.
Yeah, he's at Roman's level. He's legendary.
And at that time, we were working on the different heroes that you find in the game, and we contacted a few experts like this to know a little bit more about the weapons, about the art form. And this guy is definitely one of the great martial artists that we've met. He's like a human Nobushi, because he's a Naginata pro fighter, actually. I think he was second position in the International World Naginata Championship in 2011.
I didn't know that.
I did not.
So yeah, he's a pretty dangerous guy. He's been living in Japan for decades now, teaching Japanese history there. So that's pretty uncommon for a New Zealander. So
you see, we're sitting with, like, on an interview with a guy like that.
Yeah.
We never had the opportunity to bring this up, and in a moment it made sense. So, and the other day, like, and when I saw, like, Alex Bennett, we didn't show that.
Yeah.
So, like, let's bring it back from the dead and let's show it. And it's a very cool interview, and I hope people will like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's me 2 years ago, so I'm a little bit scared.
Don't be, Emil, don't be.
All right, let's check it out.
Hello everyone, I'm Space Elephant, one of your community developers on For Honor. I'm actually in an underground gym in Montreal where we are training with Alex Bennett, a Japanese weapon expert who helps us improving our samurai character.
My name is Alex Bennett. I'm originally from New Zealand, but I've lived in Japan for the past 25 years, mainly because of the martial arts. And so I can study the martial arts at the source, in particular Kendo, the sword arts, including Naginata and some of the classical martial arts, and not only the techniques, but I also researched them. It built a kind of a confidence that I never would have got if I hadn't discovered the martial arts, and an inner strength, and I sort of became quite hooked on it. Well, I've been publishing a lot of books about Japanese martial culture, the martial arts, and also the philosophy. You know, it wasn't my intention, but it sort of naturally became a kind of a, what could you call it, a bridge between Japan and people in the West who are interested in that sort of thing. And it was because of that profile that sort of developed over the years that Ubisoft just contacted me out of the blue and asked if I would like to come along and perhaps consult on a secret game that they were developing. And voila, here I am. The way in which I help the team here is to perhaps guide them more towards the essential movements, to give them an idea of more of an authentic form. But also, I mean, obviously it's a game, so it can't be completely authentic, because part of the game is you sort of have to telegraph the move that you're going to do before you do it, which in a real combat situation on a medieval Japanese battlefield is the last thing that you want to do. So it's a little bit of a slight move away from reality in some areas, but in totality it's trying to keep it as close to the true essence of the Japanese martial arts as possible. My favorite weapon, it's a really hard one to say. I mean, they're all special, and I started with kendo, so I'd have to say that the katana is my favorite. That's my base. But having said that, the naginata is so dynamic and so beautiful. There's so many different techniques that you can execute from various distances, and it's an all-round beautiful weapon to watch. So in terms of its appearance, I think the naginata is my favorite, but in terms of where I come from, I guess I have to be loyal to the katana. I'm Alex Bennett, and I'm a samurai.
Man,
Yeah.
the chat during that video, you guys. So I think rightfully they pointed out you could have a future in ASMR videos.
Oh yeah.
Whispering into the camera.
Because it was in his dojo, so it was very silent, and we needed to keep it quiet. So that's why.
People make a lot of money on those videos, FYI. There's millions of views. This could be your next job.
My next career, maybe.
We've got Roman and Damien out here. We want to do our Q&A, which is a very popular segment on the show. People say inappropriate things about Roman's body and our bodies.
Yeah, as usual.
But we've got a bunch of questions, but you wanted to start us out with a call for feedback.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, Luke. I'm not bald.
Are you not?
No, I choose to shave my head.
You have very, very short hair.
Me too.
That's different.
Luke, I think he's mad at you.
We'll see that. No, yes. So last week, there was a lot of comments on the Orochi and on the Kensei and on the Nobushi. And we received a lot of feedback on the Kensei and on the Nobushi, but not that many feedbacks on the Orochi. So guys, if you have suggestions on the Orochi, why do you think is less good than other character? What elements of the Orochi you think could be improved, buff? What type of moves is missing, or what elements is actually missing in his kit? Please, guys, reach out to us, whether it's on Reddit or on the Ubisoft forum, and we're really looking forward for that feedback. That will be interesting.
Cool. Yeah, I think we'll probably create a thread for people to consolidate all their thoughts for Orochi after this. Maybe Fred or one of our CMs can even do that during the show. But that will be cool. So yes, in the chat today, I've definitely seen a lot of Nobushi questions. So it sounds like you've already got a ton of feedback on the Nobushi.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah, slightly. So we gathered a bunch, as we do. We gathered a bunch of questions already for you to talk about, and we'll also take questions straight from the chat. A couple of mine are not even questions so much as getting your response to a couple of things the community has pointed out, and one of them actually comes from the competitive, the For Honor competitive subreddit, which we also read, and this was by user Alex XSWX.
That's a lot of Alexes.
It's a lot of X's.
Don't let me say the name.
No. So like I said, it's not even a question, but he came across what he thought was a bug, and he did some repro steps, and then he updated his post even later with the more easily reproducible steps. And this was regarding the reflex guard. So you could dodge one way and your guard wouldn't match, something like that.
Basically, it was the bug where on PC there is a case where your reflex block position is actually not going in the direction of your inputs based on whether you dodge before, etc. So thank you very much. That was really a good bug, and this one was not in our database, so we had our live QA reproduce it, and we're definitely looking at it. So thank you, guys.
So that was a good example of you guys helping us identify a bug that we were not already aware of. So thank you to Alex over on the competitive subreddit. That was actually very helpful. So if people want to see more about that, you can go over to that sub, which is super cool. Check it out.
Yeah, we got another weird situation here. It started with a post by Endervex on Reddit with a GIF showing the Warlord pushing a player pretty much across the map, and at the end off of a ledge. So
pushing, knocking the guy down. He get up, pushing
again.
keep doing it until he get to the ledge and knocked him off.
Actually, Pete Moo won a match like that some times ago.
So you're saying Pete Moo has no honor? I don't. So what is your thought that this is actually one of our bigger threads in the Reddit in the past week, and people are salivating for a response? I think people, if I read the thread correctly, think that you and the team believes this is as it should be. Is that true?
Yeah. No. No, this one actually, we missed it. So I'm sorry. We missed it. That's definitely not intended. You're not supposed to be able to carry a guy that is already on the ground and keep him in that loop. So that's going to be, for sure, addressed ASAP. We're also looking at other changes on the Warlord. So that will be coming later on. But yes, this one, for sure, we'll address it.
Yes. So there you go, guys. I also responded in the thread, but from the man himself, that is not the intended behavior. Okay. Sorry. Another question for Roman. You just get a couple weeks ago, he had to sit and listen to you talk. Now you get
What's
to sit.
your job?
Okay. So this is a bit of a long one. This is from Reddit user Ginge359. Okay. There would be times where I would charge, he's talking about the Raider now, I would charge straight at a tight group of 3 enemies ganging up on my teammate. I would run right through all of them only to be out of stamina and then fighting 3 people. Or I would just charge at one person and it almost seems like I would run around them like they stink and I don't want to actually carry them on my shoulder, which is saying a lot since I'm a stinking Viking with flies around me all the time, lol. Has there been anything from the devs about fixing this?
So yes, there has been a regression on the locking with the Raiders charge. So that's something, same, we are currently addressing, should come next patch or really soon after.
What do you mean when you say it's a regression?
It used to be better. We used to have better aiming with the Raider when you were doing the charge.
Yeah.
And shit happens.
There's our next meme. Shit happens. Yeah, so the team actually was already aware of that one and has a fix locked and ready to go into an upcoming update. So stay tuned for that, guys. Emil.
Yeah, we have another question from Reddit user Arkson, who is asking about the Shinobi unpunishable kick. If there's something in the works about that, if there's a fix coming, or if you are aware of the problematic.
Yes, so it was intended to have the Shinobi kick to be really strong and be one of the key tools of the Shinobi. Is it too powerful? For the moment, we're not sure yet. Is it really powerful? Yes. Is it too much? We need a little bit more time to see because we need people also to get accustomed to it and develop strategy to counter it. Some people are able to counter it, others say no, it's bullshit, it's completely broken, etc. So not only we are digging data, we're also looking at matches and trying to figure where the correct balance for the kick is. But yes, it's something we're definitely looking at.
So as we talked about on the show last week, these are brand new characters. And for the first week, it was only available to the Season Pass people. So now that it's available to everyone, we have a bigger pool of data to really make this decision. I think we covered it last week, but like you said, we don't want to run into making changes really quickly on these things. We want to have all of the data and feedback. Obviously, we see your response in the chat right now. But we want to make the best decisions possible.
Yeah, and also something important with that move is that, as I was saying, it's really a powerful tool of the Shinobi. So if we nerf it, not saying we're going to do it, but if we do it, we need to also reconsider other strength and our weakness that he has, because he has a really limited health pool. So that's the kind of thing that we need to look at in terms of balancing him. It's yes, his kick is powerful, but he's also open to a lot of really, really powerful counters.
Right.
So well, that's something we're looking at.
Well, and in fact, I made a joke about the chat, but in fact, in the chat, you can see right now, there is already kind of a butting of heads about that particular thing. Like, it's not a clear consensus on the community side. Yes, a lot of you clearly believe that that's overpowered, but a lot of you also are like, okay, you can deal with it. So, and actually, our man Stash did a cool survey this week. We don't have the images right now, but he did a cool survey you can check out and on the new heroes. And I think, to me, what I got from that survey is that was a good representation of how people are liking the new heroes or not. And people like overall, I think people are way on Team Centurion. But the Shinobi was actually quite positive as well. So for as negative as people can get about certain moves on the Shinobi, and as negative as I've seen some comments, I don't think it's actually representative of the overall view of that character. So it's really cool that people like Stash made that survey, because it gives you guys something. You know, if I'm telling you what you're saying is not representative, you're going to be pissed at me because you're saying, wow, that's my opinion. Why are you telling me my opinion doesn't count? But when you get to see a view of the whole community's opinion on something, I think that's really helpful in setting the tone for, okay, here's the global view of this. Yes, do you believe this way? Do a lot of people believe this way? Sure. But overall, people still quite like that character. So that was cool. I want to thank Stash for making that survey and keep that.
Was a great initiative.
Keep that sort of thing up. We love that, and it's helpful for all the things that we do.
And again, not saying it's perfectly balanced and it's going to stay like that. Just saying we need to really look at how he's performing, how you guys are getting used to it, and how you guys are playing it, and reconsider the balancing around that character if we need to.
Cool.
But point taken.
Yes, point definitely taken. All right, so questions from the chat. Damien.
Yay!
I see one here for you. This is Gemini Iceland. Greetings to Iceland.
Shout out to Iceland.
What about the blinking announcement on all gear when you log on again? So I think he's talking about when it's shown as new.
Yeah,
you have new gear,
that comes
the exclamation
back every
point.
time. So in fact, it's internally it's fixed. I don't know in which patch it comes. I don't know if it's on the next patch or the next one, because then we have to branch, and then sometimes. So what I know is that we found the bug, we found the issues, we fixed it. I don't know when it will be in. Yep. So as soon as we know, next week we'll know more about the next patch. Maybe it's in, maybe not.
Cool.
And maybe it's in the next one.
Great.
But we solved the issue internally.
I'm going to grab this one from L Wiki. Are you guys aware of a reservist trophy is glitched? Yes.
Yeah, same thing.
Yep. And in fact, we have a fix as well. Again, it might be in that next patch or the one after, but I feel like it's in the next one. But that, as well as the For Honor achievement, is one that the team is still working on. And there was one other, Active Duty. Active Duty was the other one that we also had a fix for, I believe. So, yes, we're aware of that.
I'm going to take that one from the dude 97000. At For Honor Games, any plans to make chip damage a real thing in 1v1 and 2v2? So we already spoke about that. Yes, currently in a defensive meta solution, we're looking at making chip damage much bigger, especially if you block heavy attack and even on light attack. So yes, it's definitely something we're looking at. It's something set in stone that we're going to actually do. We're not yet at that point. But yes, it's something that for the moment goes in the vision.
Yes, and again, we mentioned at the top of the stream, when is the next update? The next update is coming quite soon. We're just finishing it up now. So quite soon could mean potentially we could get it out on PC next week, but we can't make that promise right now because we're still working on it. But we did say, PC will likely come first, and then console likely shortly afterwards, just because we can do things sooner on PC, but quite soon, guys.
Another thing that I wanted to acknowledge is the Centurion kick spam, especially in 4v4 etc. That was something that we knew could create an issue or problematics in game when we ship the character. That was something that we were seeing a little bit internally, that we saw with the player, etc. We are looking at it currently to see how bad is it, and does it really need to be fixed or not, because it's also really a cool tool for that character in 1v1 and 2v2. And so we don't want to nerf it in those dual or 2v2 situations. But yes, definitely when you're facing a team of 4 Centurion, that is creating an issue. So yes, it's something also that we want to try to find a solution to mitigate that problem in 4v4.
Cool. This is one I still keep seeing a lot, and we've addressed before, but there's no plans right now to make the game 60 frames per second on console. That's a huge technical feat to do that. So don't hold your breath on that one, guys. I know it would be very cool, but the consoles only have so much power, and our game looks beautiful.
I've seen also a question about when do the new execution outfits and stuff come. So we start releasing new content next week, as we said before. But also, I know like some players found by digging into the game some content that is not there yet. It doesn't mean that that content is ready. So it means that yes, we're working on that content, but it doesn't mean that everything that was found is really ready. So it doesn't mean it's coming in the next weeks. That's what I mean.
Right.
So it's proof that what we're working on, but some stuff is not ready before like big time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. Do we have other questions?
I'm seeing them scroll by quite quickly.
More places in the inventory one day?
That's a
So
big
it's
one.
something we're investigating. It was already requested a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's tricky, it's technical. We have limitations also on the memory and stuff like that, so it's not easy to answer. I don't have an answer yet, but it's something we'll investigate with the team.
Any updates on ranked mode?
Soon.
Soon. That's just another one that keeps coming up, yes.
Yeah.
We obviously would have talked about it if we had an update for you. That's a cool thing that we're all excited about, but no updates this week.
And by the
Soon
way,
is right.
Emil, apparently
Yeah.
everybody wants your cap.
Yeah, I know. I know a lot of people want this hat actually, but it's pretty hard to find. We made a few of them for our launch event.
That's right.
On early February. So I don't
You
know.
just happened to steal one at the time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know me well. So yeah, that's a pretty cool hat. I have to say, but unfortunately, maybe you can hit the UB workshop. I know they have some cool For Honor swag.
Yep.
I'm not sure they do have this hat, but maybe they have a similar one or something like that. I know they did a few hoodies and rings and things like that. But unfortunately, this hat is pretty rare at the moment.
You could probably sell it.
It's collectible, yeah.
The new matchmaking.
Yeah, that was the one I was reading too. It's still in so the guy who is working on the fix of the PVAI reward is the same guy that needs to do some tests on the new matchmaking stuff before we release it. So it has been pushed a bit aside. As soon as we have more news about that, we will speak about it. Hopefully next week. But yeah, we're on it.
Okay.
Cool.
So I think we're going to bring it to a close for now for the Q&A section. Thanks, guys. As always, this is great to have this sort of back and forth with the community.
No
We're
problem.
going to continue
Always
to do it in
pleasure.
our
Thank you,
shows.
guys.
Yes. But we're not done with the show, actually.
Not at all.
We have been noticing such good videos and clips coming out of the community that we wanted to share some this week because they're great and some are hilarious. So we wanted to show some in case you've happened to miss a few of them. We're going to do that right now. So I don't know if you guys want to stick around for that. You're more than welcome to, or you can take off. Up to you. But I'll let you decide as we roll the first clip by...
What is our first clip, Eric?
It's called The Centurions Tag Team by Misery Antique Injanu.
Tough one.
Oh, yeah. This is good teamwork here.
J'avais pas vu ça.
Double team.
Yes. Double team by our Centurions. Oh, it looped. I didn't know you could loop it, Max. Next clip is by Anxious Idolized Boo Boo. This is my favorite one, actually, of the whole last week. This one is so good. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, but roll it anyway. The comic timing is just so good. Executes
Oh, yeah.
this shinobi.
Yeah, this
the
one is
classic
perfect.
thumbs down. Oh, right through the floor. The floor opens up. Yeah, actually let this one roll again because it's so good.
That's part of the risk of bragging.
Like I like thinking of the shinobi in that clip. Like that must have been pretty satisfying.
What's awesome is the trap open at the moment where it goes.
So good.
We have another one here.
Good luck with this one.
Yeah. By it's called Proper Bait by Masculine Natural Ganges Dolphin. That's
I
pretty
admire
cool
your
name.
work, guys.
I know there's a lot of users on YouTube now, so it's pretty hard to find an original name. This one is one of them, and this is called Proper Bait.
Oh, this one's great. This is one of my favorite things about the shinobi's pole.
Oh, yeah.
You can do it over those
Oh,
gaps.
my God.
Oh, so good. So watch out.
And he escapes the other death from above.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, and he has like full armor too.
Whoa.
Boom.
And then the other guy tries to...
Yep.
Oh, and he escapes.
That was a friend.
That must have. Oh, that was a
Oh, it
friend.
was a
You're
friend.
right. Yep.
Good eye, Daniel.
That was the game-winning kill. Yeah. Yes.
Next one's for you, Eric.
Next one is a true video with actual sound. These were just GIFs that we were rolling. This is by Jerome. The title: New Heroes Are Trash. That was intense.
Very good one.
What are you
Actually,
saying?
in that video, at some point, there is that moment with the two centurions that are actually juggling with the Nobushi. That's something we have a fix for it. You won't be able to, when you're two centurion, to stun lock anymore. One guy, there will be escape moments.
Cool. See, I'm glad these guys stuck around.
Yeah.
What's next, Emil?
We have Shinobi Helping, sent by NKNKPS.
All right.
Teamwork.
Love it.
Can we see it again? Can we watch it again, Max?
Yep. I love it. So
yeah,
good.
nice one.
And this one killed me. This one's just called Warrior by Alan Grant. I don't know if you guys seen this one. It's great.
Victory!
Oh, it's so good.
That's so good.
So good.
So good. We a last one sent by Joey Selhorst, and it's called Dance Party. So let's.
Exactly there in the middle. No, here. Right there.
And then we'll win because we have 3 centurions.
I'm so high, it is so funny.
They're all just walking in from random angles. Oh shit, he's getting the stars. Yes! Yes! Dance party! Everyone's doing it. Who's ready to break this party up? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
So those are amazing. Please keep that up. We love it. We always send them around to the team. The team loves it. There's a Friends one that's also amazing. We thought we couldn't get away with playing that because it's got the Friends song. But that one is amazing. I tweeted it earlier. So keep making these hilarious, great videos, and we'll want to keep showing them.
Yeah.
So let's bring it home, Emil.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
We have a friend who's had a big life moment.
Absolutely. You know, Eric, I don't do a lot of promises in my life.
It's true.
But when I do, I try to respect them. And I think it was one of the first streams that we did after launch. And at that time, user Re-Reminiscence, that you probably know, I saw him in a chat earlier. He was the first one to max his hero at the highest level. And at some point, I know he was at school, and I said, you know, Re-Reminiscence, don't drop out of school because of For Honor, you know. School is cool. It's important.
School is cool.
And this week, he sent us his graduation letter.
Yeah, he actually made it.
He actually made it. He told us a few words, and he also said that I still managed to hit 144 Shinobi in 2 days, and I was nearly Reputation 9 in 3 days. And he says, thanks again for all the support. You guys at the office showed me for my crazy lifestyle and for giving me a game I could relax and chill to get my mind off this crazy 21 credit semester I had to put myself through.
And it wasn't even just launch. He did it through all of our. He did it through alpha and beta. He always wanted to be the first guy to max out the character, and he would send us updates like, you know, I played for the last 9 hours. I didn't sleep last night. I haven't had anything to eat, and it's like, this guy might die. We should not support this. But
apparently, he's still alive, and he graduated. Is now a bachelor, and we have a proof of it.
Oh,
Max.
We've got a picture here.
Yeah, from his graduation letter.
Picture coming right up.
Or not.
Or not.
Or maybe not. It's coming. Oh, yeah. Oh, cool.
There it is.
So I blurred his real name with his username, but this is a legit.
Oh, criminology.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So this guy's going to be a lawyer or something, or forensic psychology. Oh, my God. 2 minors. Wow. Wow, okay.
Don't mess with Re-Reminiscence.
No, I'm not going to mess with him in a courtroom or in For Honor.
Yeah. There is one last question on the chat, that I saw going that I want to answer. It's about what percentage of the population do we look at for balancing. So we said that we look closely at the top 7%. That's where we take most of our data in terms of win-loss ratio, in terms of what moves are used, what percentage of damage each move does in a specific situation, etc. But yes, we also look at, so basically skill is a bell-shaped curve. And so we look at that segment, the top 7%-ish. But there is a peak at the summit of the bell curve where most of the players are like 50%. There is a small segment where almost 50% of the players are. And we also look at that. But because of the way people choose their character and the fact that actually character choice is really well balanced, at that level, looking at the win-loss matrix, it's pretty much well balanced. Everything is between 47 to 53%. What we look in that segment is more in terms of move usage, like what type of move is overused, what are the dominant strategy, and that's more the things that we want to address at that level of skill, is make sure that for the majority of the player, each move has an interest or can be used in a specific playstyle, but we don't really look at min-max balancing in that population. So we look at it, but with a different purpose.
Cool.
Thanks, Roman.
No problem.
I lost it. I saw someone that thought we might have miscredited the proper bait video. So,
oh, really?
So it's possible that we didn't. Maybe we took the Reddit poster and not the original poster.
YouTube uploader.
So make yourself known if you are that content creator, because we want to know, and then we will shout you out. So. That is that, and we don't usually talk about other games on this show, but we are here in Ubisoft Montreal, and as people may or may not know, tomorrow is the big reveal for the new Far Cry game.
Oh, yes.
Which I'm personally very excited about. I haven't talked to you guys. I don't know if you're also excited about it.
We are.
Yes. Did either of you ever get to work on a Far Cry in the past?
No.
You've been hardcore on this for years. Yeah, so you've got kind of a panel of actual fans of Far Cry here. And we've known about the premise for the new Far Cry for a while, and I've been so excited.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So excited because it's just so different. So anyway, they're doing their big reveal tomorrow, so be sure to watch
Don't miss it.
If you check out their account, they've done a few teases over the week, but that's going to be awesome. And I think they've already done the raffle, Emil.
Yeah, the raffle is ongoing, or I saw already a few winners. Yeah. And to hand it with some cool music, because it's not already over. We have some news from Daddy Fat Snaps. You remember the For Honor rap?
Daddy Fat Snaps.
Oh, yes. Daddy Fat Snaps teases us this week with a Centurion rap. I don't know exactly if it's the full clip that we're showing, because it's 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
2:50, I think.
Yeah.
So for a teaser, it's pretty long.
It's a long teaser.
So I don't know if it's the full song, but yeah, let's go into that.
Yeah, and thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching.
We'll be back next week with another show.
Yeah, and let's do some Centurion rap.
From now on, we are enemies, you and I, because you choose for your instrument a boastful, lustful, smutty, infantile boy, and give me for reward only the ability to recognize the incarnation.
A gladiator, imitators meet the real intimidator. I'm a terminator, a vindicator, an infiltrator, an administrator of death, a dictator of breath. With one swipe, you won't have any left. That gladius has its own mind. Look at how mad he gets. Slash you in the bits and removing your pancreas. Step on the battlefield and I'm changing the ambience. Like call an ambulance, it's inevitable transient. I'm lethal, so send your message via bald eagle. It's a feeble attempt, I'm a killer of all people. An artist, your blood is a paint in my easel. The battlefield I'm putting in work has no equal. A monster of a legend, either one mentioned describes what I do depending on my aggression. So here's a suggestion, go and sit down, my attention is directing the blade to your midsection. You thought that was it, mother... I'm relentless. If the blade doesn't kill you, die from a tetanus. At best an apprentice, leave you feeling restless. I'm reckless, a menace, better pray for repentance. Leave your body headless before you finish a sentence. A zealous, tremendous, endless barrage, and it's quite momentous. You really think a raid is a slayer? I'll take a razor to flay the top of the head and the layers, call it a taper. Spray any classes, blood on my face mask. Put your face back, throw your remains in a haystack. And if your people followed you here for payback, I'll replay that sequence and give them the same acts. New on the block, but been doing this for years. Been collecting tears from tears much higher than my peers. So send any class my way and I'll conquer. A legend on the battlefield, boy, this is honor.